Hey, what's up, y'all? So I'm getting organized here. Give me a second. What's up, y'all? What's up, Southside?
Hey,
What's
what's
up,
up, y'all? So I'm getting
Lomachenko? I'm getting this
organized here. Give me a
organized.
second.
See if Barzinia come in. The video chat has ended because the computer went to sleep. Let's see if he comes in. Okay, let me get organized. I'm gonna have to come in again. Let me try it one more time, guys. I'm confused. What's up, y'all? So I'm trying to get organized. I'm trying to get Barzini in here. So come on in. I heard on ES News, I just saw an ES News video that it was 11-fight deal. I don't know how true that is, how real it is, but they were joking in the gym a lot. They were kind of jovial, so I don't know if to take them seriously, but I just saw it on Ellie's page. So I don't know how true it is. I'm trying to organize it. This is literally my first time adding people on the Google Hangout. So I'm trying to figure this shit out now. So give me a second as I try and figure this out.
Yo, Barbershop.
You in?
Yeah.
All right, good. All right. See it now. Let me see if I can figure this shit out now. Anyone else who want to come in too, man, you're more than welcome to come in, for real, and join us on this live chat. I don't know where the hell I got you. Are you in? I don't see your picture. Are you in? Okay, good. Okay, good. So you want to start with Canelo, or you want to first tell people where you at?
Well, anything you want to talk about, as long as it's boxing, I'm good for everything, man.
Well, we could talk about Beyonce's ass if you want to do that as well, but
we can talk about that too. You know what I'm
saying? make sure people can. Okay, good. You are in. Okay, good. So so we'll start with Canelo since that's the topic of the day. Give me your impression of what you think happened.
Well, we had a private conversation earlier about this, and I thought it was going to be a one-fight deal because Rocky Fielding is under Eddie Hearn, and true to the budget and everything, we knew they couldn't sell this as a pay-per-view. So I was like, all right, this is the right move. Okay, the zone. But then I see conflicting stories. I got one from Lance Pugmire from the LA Times saying it's a 3-fight deal. Then I'm hearing from Ellie Setback is an 11-fight deal. So which one is it? And then I'm hearing from Fight Hype is a multi-fight deal. So I'm getting conflicted with the story now. Now, the sad thing is, now we know Canelo is never going to fight Jamal Charlo. Now we know, like, it's evident. It's not going to happen. He ain't going to fight nobody at 160. You got Callum Smith, who both beat Rocky Fielding. Now Canelo fighting him for the regular WBA. Callum Smith is the super WBA. Sure. Liam Smith lost to Canelo. So Callum Smith going to want his revenge of his brother. So they can sell that next. Or, Triple G been talking about he want to move up to 168 for a long time. So they can do the trilogy at 168. So, bro, I'm just disappointed, bro. I thought he was going to go on Showtime. We was going to get the fights we want. I thought we was gonna get to see David Lemieux in December, then Jamal Charlo or Danny Jacobs in Cinco de Mayo in September. Those two fights, but it's terrible, man.
Yeah, you know what it basically did? It put up the boxing Berlin Wall. You understand? Or the DMZ zone in North Korea and South Korea, man. It basically said, this basically just happened. Canelo is going to be a spectator sport, and PBC is going to be the competitive side of the sport, because realistically, there's no one that Canelo realistically can fight if he stays at 168. You understand? If he goes down to 160, maybe they'll put a Daniel Jacobs, but I believe this is Daniel Jacobs' last last fight too, because I believe he was associated with HBO deal. So I'm uncertain of that. I'm sure we'll know more in the days to come. But then we have Andrade at 160, who just moved up from 154 2 fights ago. So he's never really fulfilled his potential. So I have no idea what's the moving and the shaking gonna do. But Canelo just basically just said, you know what? He may have put the WBC out of business, the WBO out of business. Like, the value of the belts just literally just went down by whatever percentage you want to give it based off of how you feel about the belts. But it's just unbelievable that boxing over the last 45 days, in terms of ducking season, in terms of people not fighting each other and people holding out for money, and we're fighting over B-level heavyweight championship fights as fans. I'm like, why are we negotiating in public or in private Dylan White versus Luis Ortiz? They both in the same position. They both lost to the heavyweight champion of the world, and now they're trying to get back. The winner gets back. And I'm like, this is just beside me, man. I'm just, man, this is, I got this text today from somebody that said Canelo went to the zone, and then I called my golden boy hookup, and I said, what the hell's going on? He says, man, you should have called me 2 weeks ago. I would have told you everything. And now everything is out. And it's just, man, you talk about disappointment. I'm very disappointed in the sport of boxing. I'm not giving up on it, but it's just like my son just got, hypothetical, my son just got suspended for 5 days from school. So I'm gonna have to spend 5 days. He didn't. I'm just saying. So I'm gonna have to spend 5 days with boxing in recovery. Like, it's just. I'm sad. I'm disappointed. I'll forever be an optimist, but I'm just hurt right now. Like, I'm just can't believe it. I can't believe it that Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder. Forgive me for saying Deontay Wilder. Anthony Joshua and Canelo are spectator sports, are guys doing it for paychecks. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I'm just, man, it's just, I'm just disappointed, man. I'm grossly disappointed, man. So Charlo, Charlo will never, ever get a chance to prove himself. Man, I'm disappointed, man. I really am, man. You got to help me with some words. Man.
Yo, the thing is, now, say if Canelo goes back to 160, Eddie Hearn has put himself where he's supposedly going to have 3 champions: Demetrius Andre, Daniel Jacobs, Canelo Alvarez.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
You're right.
Wow. Like, I know for one thing for sure, Demetrius Andre will never get no Canelo Alvarez fight. I don't believe it. But it's just wow. Eddie Hearn has how many belts? The IBF, the WBO, the WBA, and the WBC.
The WBC is.
Shit.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck? He got all the belts.
Does he really?
Bro, think about it. The IBF, if Jacobs beat Dermot, they gotta win the fights. But think about it. We all know Jacobs supposedly gonna beat Dermachenko. Demetrius supposed to beat this African guy for the WBO. He will have, and Canelo has 2 belts, the WBC and the WBA. He has all the belts, bro.
Dang, at 160, you're right. No, but if Canelo moves up, and doesn't come down to fight as mandatory, he'll get stripped.
Then that's a different story. But the WBC saying and Canelo, they just did an article and said their relationship is better and their family. So the WBC is going to stretch that mandatory. They already said Jamal Charlo and Triple G has to fight each other to become the mandatory. So legitimately, Jamal isn't the mandatory because the WBC is switching stories. They said he was the mandatory. Now they're ordering him to fight Triple G to be the mandatory. Now, don't get me wrong. I love that fight. I know Jamal is going to win that fight. I think Triple G, no disrespect to Triple G, but I think he's going to fall off the same path like Kovalev if he fights Jamal. You know what I'm saying? It was Andre Ward and Aleta Alvarez that defeated Kovalev. Saying Canelo defeated Triple G and Jamal gonna finish the last bit of touches on Triple G. That's if that fight gets made. I know it's probably not, but like I said, Jamal is not really the mandatory, so Canelo can hog that belt a little bit much longer. So I don't know, man. It's really devastating to see Canelo went on the zone. I really thought he was going to boss up because one thing I'm not a really advocate for Golden Boy or anything like that, but one thing I respected by Canelo, he took a year off and fought the #1 dude with a knee surgery. People to forget he took a knee surgery and a year off because of his suspension and fought the #1 dude. Who in boxing does that? Take a year off and fight the #1 dude with a knee surgery, including through the year layoff. So I respected that. And then he showed, all right, you like talking about Mexican style? I'm going to show you who's a true Mexican, and I'm going to give you what you want. And that's why they say be careful what you wish for, because you might just get it worse than you even thought you wanted. So, man, I'm just really Eddie Hearn. I know a lot of people shitting on Eddie Hearn, but man, he just did something really magical for getting Canelo, man. You know what I'm saying? But what's your thoughts on that? On the DAZN and Eddie Hearn?
CJ the good fella just put in the comment section that Eddie Hearn don't own Canelo. So it may be a separate deal, but to some degree, I would say they would have to work together. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't know how they'll do it or how the deal was set up. We'll learn. I'll learn more as the weeks go on. I'll make a phone call tomorrow. But if it is going how I think it's going, meaning that they will co-promote together to put these cards together, because they don't have enough fighters.
Right.
Now let's be clear. Eddie Hearn don't have enough fighters to put on an above average US card. Golden Boy don't have enough fighters to put on an above average US card as the examples that they use in from ESPN and the example that we just saw from the October 6th card, which I didn't watch because Conor McGregor was on, but I went to Boxing Scene and read the articles. And but I think that they're gonna have to coexist for the long haul. They must coexist. And if that's the truth, they're gonna hide out and do what they got to do and try and from a business perspective, it makes sense. Like you try and gain as many assets as possible, but it's basically putting a huge divide in boxing, and it won't. What's up, 78? It won't. What's up, King? It won't help boxing. It won't help the sport of boxing. We're talking about Canelo now, but we'll get into Terence Crawford in a second. You want to chime in on? I heard you live today, but I heard you live today. I didn't get a chance to finish. I had to give Kennedy a bath, but chime in on Canelo and DAZN and what you know about it. And
well, from what I heard, Canelo is and Oscar De La Hoya, Golden Boy have their own deal with DAZN.
Okay,
it got to do with Eddie Hearn. That's what I heard. They dealt directly with the guys who own DAZN and got their bag. So I mean, that's Canelo's. I mean, shit, that's his business. If he ain't fighting the guys I want to see him fight anyway. So I don't care what he do.
No, before you got on, I was basically saying that it's basically the Berlin Wall now in boxing. Like, there's no way DAZN is coming over to PBC, and I really genuinely don't believe there's no way PBC can go over to DAZN because they're fighting for market shares. And obviously, right now, I believe PBC has a great threshold, has a great percentage of the market share, and DAZN is trying to infiltrate that. So it's no way that they could share assets. So I don't see, in realistic terms, in real time, I can't see them even negotiating. You know what I mean? Not unless it's an extreme money-making fight, which is I don't see right now. You know what I mean? Good game, Cornerman.
Yeah. Yo, what's up, 78, man? A
What's
pleasure
up,
having you. Yeah, man. But yeah, man, I heard De La Hoya saying that, like 78 said, that he's going to talk to the DAZN people for his own deal. But either way, they still on DAZN, and HBO was holding Bob Arum and De La Hoya, Golden Boy and Top Rack kept HBO afloat when all the Al Heyman fighters went to Showtime. Then when Bob left, you see the HBO crumbled because it was only really Top Love. No, he had only a few fighters, and Golden Boy keeping HBO alive. The zones, I'm just really disappointed. A lot of fighters is disappointing. I really want to talk about that Terence Crawford and Earl Spence situation too. But this is just, I don't know, man. I'm not looking forward to what's going to happen next year because what I'm seeing right now, how can you be excited for boxing? We're not getting the best fights. We not.
No, well, let's shift gears a second because I know 78 probably want to go to bed.
So. Yeah, man, I was going to go to sleep, man. And I got a phone call, man. Somebody talking about some crazy stuff. I did a video. I was finna upload it. Then I seen you was live, so I said, let me get on here and talk to Fred.
Yeah, go ahead. So go ahead and basically, Terence Crawford put a post up, and I'll quote Terence Crawford. It's crazy how my people will never stop killing each other because instead of supporting each other, we try to tear each other down. I wish all of y'all much success, but y'all got to get together. Jealousy is a bad disease, end quote.
Right. And I took that as him talking to Gervonta Tank Davis. I don't know how you got him talking to the black media out of that. I don't know how you got that, Fred. That's crazy to me. He was talking to Gervonta Davis. That was obvious to me. He was talking to Tank because Tank was the only one fighter, one of his peers that could possibly be jealous. Tank is on his page hating on the man all day, talking about Canelo better than him, Lomo better than him, this person better than him, I'm better than him. You know, he responded to Tank one time, and then he put that post up. So I don't know how you get he talking to the black media out of that.
Okay, I'll say this. I think that he was talking to everyone as a whole, whether it be Tank Davis, whether it be media talking bad about him. And the reason for me saying that is yesterday he says he said he's not getting the respect he deserves, right? From the media, they're not giving him the respect for his win. And then with him making a blanket statement, see, it was a blanket statement. So everyone that's black fits under that umbrella. It's not because if he was talking to Tank Davis, because I understand words. I understand how you put words together. I know what they mean. And if he said, he's basically saying black people are doing crabs in a barrel. So whether you're a black man not supporting him buying a ticket, whether you're in media, whether you're a fighter, or whether you're a fan talking bad about him, when in fact, according to him, he's just out there doing his job and quote unquote doing the right thing. And if you're talking bad about another black man, quote unquote, doing the right thing, you're basically crabs in a barrel. My humble opinion, and you and I have had many conversations on this topic, if you're talking about a man, if he was talking about Tank Davis, or if he wanted to make it more concise, he would have said fighters. But he made a blanket statement that suggested all black people that are basically talking about Terence Crawford are basically crabs in a barrel. That was my understanding.
Bro, I didn't get that from it at all. But this is why, see how you interpreted that? And how you interpreted that and how you put that out there with that title. That's why Crawford don't fuck with the media. Because he think people got agendas and people gonna do that to him. They're gonna take something he say and create their own story. That's why that dude is funny acting with the media, right? It's that reason. And you gave him the ammunition he need to say, look, see, told you, that's what these niggas be doing to me. They'll just take some, because you put words in his mouth. You said
I don't think I put words in his mouth.
You said black media. He said something about black media, and I got people calling me talking about, man, he talking about the LDBC. And I'm like, what happened? Oh, he did a video and he was talking about the LDBC. I'm like, what? I went looking, I didn't see no video. All I seen was a damn statement he made, and I took it as a response to them dudes on the PBC side who be hating on him. You know,
he said my people.
That was my people.
Yeah, so that's all. My people is an all-inclusive statement. My people don't say 78. My people doesn't just say Tank Davis. My people just don't say Earl Spence. My people is a blanket statement. It encompasses everyone. It encompasses everyone that believes that they're black or an origin of black.
Fred,
my people.
Reaching, Fred.
Fred, I don't believe I am. I genuinely don't believe I am.
Let's be real, Fred. You got an issue with Crawford, and that's cool. You can have your own issue with him. But to question a man's blackness or question his commitment to black people or act like he got a problem with black people, that's a dangerous thing to do, because that can happen to any one of us. It can happen to you tomorrow. Somebody could do the same thing to you tomorrow, Fred, and then you're going to be in your feelings. If it happened to me, I'll be in my feelings. Anybody can do that and question your blackness, dig into your family life, question your commitment. And I would never do that to a black man unless he gives me reason to do so. I haven't seen nothing from Terence Crawford that's telling me, because a lot of this boiled down to Crawford signed an extension with Bob Arum. We don't like Bob Arum. Therefore, Crawford, he being a good nigga, he being a good slave and all that kind of old shit. Man, that man made the decision that he felt was best for him. He got guaranteed money, $3.5 million from what I heard, no matter who he fight, and with an upside if it's a better fight. All right. And he got dates. He got 3 fights a year. So he not getting that offer from nobody else. He took the offer. You know what I'm saying? So I sit here and just make up shit and question that man blackness, bro. I'm telling you, that shit cool to do and funny until somebody.
No. I don't think nothing is funny. Now let's take Terence Crawford's name off of this. If Kanye West says my people, is he just talking about rappers?
No, Kanye West is a coon because Kanye West.
no, but what I'm saying is, no, I'm not talking about who Kanye West is. I'm talking about words.
Jig now. We ain't talking about Kanye West and Terence Crawford is two different people. Kanye West got up there and cut a jig for the whole world.
But what I'm saying, he used the term "my people." He didn't say fighters. He did not say fighters.
Fred, if I say this, if I say, man, my people, man, you know, we hating on each other, we be doing this and this and that. everybody automatically gonna understand what I'm talking about. I'm talking about an experience I just went through that I need to get some stress off my mind, and it bothers me that a black person is hating on me, stealing from me, or doing me wrong. Of course, I'm not talking about every single black person in the world, because I don't know every single black person in the world, right? But somebody can take it and twist it that way if they got an agenda. See what I'm saying? So that's why I'm telling you, Fred, you can't do that, bro. You can't just throw that man.
No. I personally believe I don't make stuff up off the top of my head. I've never ever attacked Terence Crawford for being black. I've always questioned his team business acumen. I've never questioned him. I've never even attempted to talk about how black Terence Crawford is, but black and in my humble opinion, I've never even associated blackness with what he's doing in terms of his mind. He's been on the attack between, well, most, because he doesn't talk. Bomac has said some hideous shit, some hideous stuff about black men, but when in doubt, he's begging I forget the CEO of the president of Top Rank for a fight. Todd LaBeouf.
What did Bomac say about black men?
Huh?
What Bomac say about black men?
Oh, he said fuck Sam Watson or something like that. And then he also said Earl Spence is living paycheck to paycheck.
Okay, so now you see what you just did there? Now you just said he said Earl Spence living paycheck to paycheck. Sam Watson, fuck him. But you worded it. He said some foul stuff about black men. Fred, come on, bro. I do this every day, man. I understand how you can't do that, bro. You can't. You're trying to make it a black thing.
Like no, I'm not trying to make it a black thing. Terence Crawford made it a black thing. He said my people.
Bro, he said my people because Gervonta Davis is black. That's his brother. That's his people.
I don't think he's just talking about Tank. I'm being real. I don't think he's just talking about Tank Davis.
Okay, look. So you took it as that's some. I'm just gonna be real with you, Fred. That's some ultimately arrogant shit to say. Terence Crawford talking about me. I'm part of the black media. He talking about the black media. He talking about me because he said my people. Shit, the dude at the grocery store can feel like that then. All right, well, I work at the grocery store. Terence Crawford, he said my people, so he talking about me. Come on, man. He talking about Gervonta Tank Davis. And look, Pete, look, this is the thing. It's a lot of Terence Crawford hate going on now. Everybody got their reasons for don't liking the dude. A lot of it got to do with him being with Bob Arum. Cool, but just admit that. Don't try to take away the man blackness and act like the man is like some type of coon or he got something against the black media and he got something against black people. You know what I'm saying? Just because you got an issue with them.
I don't have it. See, that's what you guys are missing. Terence Crawford is the example for me, in my humble opinion, for a bigger message. Man, at the end of the day, life goes on with or without Terence Crawford. At the end of the day, it goes on. But when the man goes on social media and uses the term "my people," I'm not taking that. I'm not taking it from no man. I'm not taking it. I don't care if I'm not taking it from him. And because and the reason why this topic is probably more explosive is probably because of the prior videos I've done, and everything I've said about Terence Crawford has merit. Every time I get on, I talk about how he always spends time with his 5 kids. He's always aggressive. He's always doing something positive. I never talk about that. I was the first, as a matter of fact, Junior the Truth reminded me. I'm not saying me personally did it. I'm talking about I spoke into existence, him getting a street named after him. Months later, he gets a street named after him. The energies, whatever powers to be, we all did it. Helped him get a street name. So at the end of the day, it's not about that. But when a man goes on social media and talks in a passive voice and says, my people, no. That's unacceptable.
All right. Because now listen, you put yourself, so you have now that's your standard, all right? That's your standard now. This is why I don't do shit like that, but that's your standard now. When somebody come on and generalize and say my people, okay, then they talk about everybody. So when somebody else do it, you should equally be offended. Is that correct?
In context, though, I'm not taking nothing out of context.
Now you're saying in context because
in context as it relates to my history.
Differently, Fred. If somebody else say it, you're looking at Crawford because you already got an issue with Crawford, bro.
No, you're using the wrong word when you say issue. No, it's not. Well, okay. We'll stay with issue since we got an audience. Okay, whatever it is, it's because of that. It's because of the bigger picture. The bigger picture. This ain't about me or Terrence. Terrence forgot. Yeah, he got 2.8 million views. So at the end of the day, no man. It's like I can never speak for all black people. I am very eloquent when I say that. I don't speak for all black people. I don't go on YouTube and say all black media have to agree that Earl Spence is better than Terence Crawford. I believe Earl Spence is better than Terence Crawford. And it makes for a great debate on YouTube. It makes for a great debate in the barbershop. It makes for a great debate when we're watching the next fight next Saturday. But at the end of the day, I do not go on barbershop conversation and say, my people, dear my people. I've never done that. I've been on YouTube 3.5 years. I've never done that.
Bro, this is ridiculous, bro. You too smart for this, bro. I talk to you, bro. You smarter than this, and you dummy yourself down on some nonsense, bro. You know exactly what that man was talking about, bro.
No, and I know I don't. No. I swear to God, I don't. No, I don't.
It's my opinion. You're playing on the ignorance of the. It's a lot of Earl Spence nut huggers on here, and they don't care. They just don't like Crawford because he getting credit, and they want Spence to be the only nigga getting credit. I understand that because when Keith Thurman was around, niggas did the same thing with Keith Thurman. They hated Earl Spence because Keith Thurman was a man, and they made up all kind of negative shit about about Earl Spence. Even some of the dudes I see in the comments, they sit here, I bet you Earl Spence outsell Crawford. What the fuck do that got to do with what we talking about? That tell you the mentality of people, bro. Okay? Now, listen, this is what I'm saying, bro. If you play on that, bro, that's a dangerous. Remember, I told you it's your brother. If you play on that kind of stuff, that shit gonna come back, man. It's gonna come back in full force, okay? And then people gonna be at you about not being consistent, okay? Don't do that, bro. That man ain't said nothing about no black media. And
he said, "My people." My people is a blanket statement. 78,
bro. That's not media. That's not media, bro. You in your video said, You said black media. He said my people. He talking about people that hating on him, and he don't understand. Why black people are
78. Would my videos be considered hate on him?
Black media.
Would my videos be considered hate on Terence Crawford in his eyes?
What you say again?
Would my videos of Terence Crawford be considered hate against Terence Crawford in his eyes, or in Bomac's eyes?
I can tell you that for a fact. He think you hating on him.
And that's fair. So what I'm saying is this. So if that's the case, what am I?
Fred, man.
Like, for real, I don't know what angle you're coming from. Like, for real.
Fred, listen. So yeah. This is what you're doing to Crawford is what people do to me on YouTube. All right? I'll be doing my videos, minding my own business. Some dude I don't even know will take my video, use my audio and shit, and then be like, oh, 78 talking to me. He responding to me. Yeah, the nigga said this and he said that, and that's about me. And I'm like, nigga, get the fuck out of here, bro. I don't even know who the fuck you are. And oh no, yeah, the nigga was talking to me. And this nigga built a whole following off of some propaganda, some fucking lie, and I don't even know who the nigga is. Like this is ridiculous, bro, Fred. The man, listen, if Terence Crawford would have came out and said, the reason I'm hot right now is the phone call I got. I got a phone call today while I fell asleep, talking about, hey, man, we gotta talk, man, because Fred, they didn't say Fred, but they said Crawford, he did a video dissing the LDBC, man. He dissing the LDBC. Like, what? Like, yeah, he did a video. I'm like, what he say? He was just saying how brothers ain't supporting them and blah blah. So I'm like, man, what the fuck? I get up out of bed, go look for the shit. I don't see no video. I see a statement he made. I didn't interpret it none of the way that the other person interpreted it. Okay, so then I seen your video about it. I text you earlier. I'm like, yo, this is where this shit coming from, bro. And this is what happened before when Town Biz was at the damn was at the fight. Okay, he seen Crawford, He tried to interview Crawford. Crawford didn't want to do no interview for whatever. That's his reason. He didn't want to do no interview. But you turned it, Fred, into Crawford disrespecting the black media. Not Crawford didn't want to do an interview or Crawford an asshole. You said Crawford disrespecting the black media. That's foul, bro. Because you turning it racial for no reason.
No, I'm not turning it racial. Listen, if someone says a blanket statement, I have a right to respond to that blanket statement because it's a blanket statement. You understand where I'm coming from, 78? It is a blanket statement. It's not saying black fighters. Remember, he responded to, if I'm not mistaken, it's been a couple of days, but he responded personally to Tank Davis, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know what he said, but I believe he responded to him personally. Right?
He said, shh. That's
now,
what
say it again, please.
He said, shh. He did the emoji sign with shh.
Now, okay. Now, so if, in my humble opinion, if he just wanted to talk about Tank Davis and or black fighters, I think he's within his boundary because he responded to Tank Davis and Tank Davis responded to him. He would have said either Tank Davis or he would have said black fighters, but he says my people. So, but I understand where you're saying about
He's talking about the people that's hating on him, correct?
Yes, and
are you hating on them? Are you hating on them?
I don't think I'm hating on him. I really do.
No,
but according to him, I am. But according to him, I am.
No, you have to think you're hating on him because when he made that statement, you made a video accusing him of talking to you. So you have to think he's hating on you, bro.
No, I believe that he thinks I'm hating on him. I don't believe I'm hating on him. You understand? Maybe.
Okay, what? Tell me, real. This real talk here.
Yes.
Now, have you had conversation with Crawford or Bomac about you hating on him or he don't fuck with you or something like that?
Never in my life.
Okay, so if you never had that conversation, why did you interject yourself into that man's post?
Well, his sister has made comments about me. Me and Bomac disagreed on Instagram about a comment. So I know that there's some form of there's a level of discontent there. So I know that. So I know that for sure. I'm just saying this. If a man makes a blanket statement, if I go on YouTube every day and consistently make blanket statements, it's offensive. No matter what side you on, it's offensive because no man can speak for all black people positively.
Bruh, that man can't speak for all black people. He talking about the people hating on him, bruh.
He said my people though. Like
this, Fred.
Go ahead.
You know you smarter than this, Fred. The man specifically talking about people who hating on him. Right?
But he would consider me hating on him though.
Talking about all black people. He used the word my people. He talking about the people who hating on him. The people he feel that's out here hating on the man. Right? I didn't take no offense to that because I don't feel like I'm hating on him. That's like when TLC came out with the song No Scrubs. Certain niggas got mad about that song. Fuck them hoes. I ain't get mad because that shit ain't talking about me. So I don't understand why you took that as, all right, Crawford is disrespecting the black media. He didn't call, I ain't see him call no media out. That could have just been, these fighters say shit on social media every day. They go underneath, get past everybody. And whoever this dude is in the comment section, this faceless dude who
I don't have no
who over here shit, man, get your little corny crusty ass up out of here.
I'm not even looking at the comment section. I'm listening to you. Go ahead.
No, I'm talking. I see the comment section.
Oh, okay. I'm not even looking at it.
Who face probably looked like a fucking star crunch. Ain't had pussy since pussy had him in the comment section. Trying to instigate what you don't understand is me and Fred gonna talk after this. While you talking all this dumb shit, so sit your little cornball ass down somewhere and shut the fuck up. But I'm just telling you from my perspective, bro. I don't see like how that. I'm pissed off because I should be asleep. So I don't know why niggas waking me up with this bullshit about Crawford hating on the LDBC and Crawford saying, and I ain't seen that man saying nothing about no LDBC or nothing about no media. Like that's reaching to just create a whole story, create a whole narrative.
Well, it don't have to be. Maybe okay, and I get where you're going with this. So I think to better this conversation, I think for the sake of everyone included in that statement, Black media sounds like LDBC, and I understand. I understand what you're saying. So at the end of the day, maybe I should have said, what, Black men? He's insulting Black men instead of Black media. I'm like for real. Like I'm being real G with you. Like, because he said my people. So I'm trying to grasp that. I'm trying to grasp that statement. I understand how Black media attaches everyone in media that's Black. So I understand that part. I understand that component of it. I don't mind standing alone in this statement. So to better phrase it, what should it have been for real?
Fred, this is what it should have been.
Okay.
Terence Crawford's statement. Should have read the statement, and then he should have said,
I did read the statement. I read it.
Right. And he should have said, I wonder what he's talking about. Is he talking about Tank Davis? Is he talking about the people that's hating on him? And then went into that. You made it about you personally and Black media. You said, I'm a member of he talking about the Black media, and I'm a member of the Black media. And that changes right then and there. The people who come to your comments, they're not even listening to the video. I know for a fact dudes ain't listening to the video because dudes calling me about, they thinking Crawford made a video himself, specifically dissing the Black media and shit. I heard several people say this and they're repeating it. Listen, our words are powerful. Our titles of our videos are powerful. I get it on here. So we got, with that responsibility, we got to use it to destroy the right people. Okay, like that's what if he said talking about anything, he talking about that. We can't be out here just freestyling shit, just saying some shit just because I don't like this nigga. So let me title this video this, and then we just creating a whole. That's gonna fuck it up for the next brother who go to the fight and want to sit down and talk to Crawford. He gonna be like, man, ain't you one of them niggas? Ain't you one of them niggas who was talking that old bullshit? And that's what it's gonna be. It's because it's the people are taking this. They're taking this and running with it without even knowing the facts, bro. I'm seeing other people repeating this as if it's a fact, and it's not a fact.
I posted the quote though. I posted the quote, and to most people, my people is everyone Black that has basically took a shot at Terence Crawford. Whether you're in media, whether you're a fan, whether you're a fighter, that's what my people stands for. You understand what I'm saying? So, but I understand how that statement can be overgeneralized when I use Black media. I 1000% get that. I can rephrase it because I personally I get that. I get that part, but I stand firm on the term my people. But I understand how that statement, Black media, can affect other people. I 1000% get that. I think that should have been the conversation, as opposed to saying, but when a man says my people, I'm gonna be like, hold up, like that's why I'm so enraged with Kanye, because everyone non-Black believes he's speaking for everyone Black, and that bothers me. Whether
that's the problem, man. Kanye never said he's speaking for Black people. See, your assumptions and everybody else's.
No, it's not an assumption because I know that's what they believe.
Right, that's what they believe. They idiots, bro. They idiots. Kanye, that nigga is a coon. He a simp on top of that. But that don't got nothing. He not representing me, and I ain't never heard him say he representing Black people. Right, but people getting offended by this and making it like, all right, well, yeah. Look, sometimes I criticize some of the Black YouTube channels. From the conscious perspective, right? And they say Black people don't support them. That's what they say. And I say, well, shit, people support me. Black people support me. Now, when I say that, obviously, I'm talking about I get a lot of support from Black people. But every Black person don't support me. Some Black people hate my guts.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? But but when I say my people support me, I'm not saying everybody support me. So when you go and look at Crawford's statement and you say But he said my people. He specifically was talking about people that he feels are hating on him. I took that easily as he was talking about Gervonta Davis. I don't know how nobody took that as nothing else other than what was going on. He was talking about Gervonta Tank Davis, who on social media every day hating on the man.
Well, I would say this. I think I have a right to interpret Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford. I think I have that right. Now, what would make this fair is me not making a blanket statement and saying black media, which is fair. I 1000% agree with that, because when you go to a party and your drunk friend punches another dude in the corner, now you got to fight. You got to fight with this nigga, and you had the finest girl in the club on your arm. Now you can't take the finest girl in the party home because this dude is drinking in the corner. I 1000% get that. From that perspective, 78, you're right. But from a perspective when he says my people, and I've had the perception and or reality, depending on your perspective, that I've been attacking Terence Crawford. I've been basically, people have, so I have the right to interpret that as he could potentially be talking about me, to me, or and everyone else involved. So from that, I get that part. I 100% get that part.
Okay,
1,000.
Real quick, because see, this is further proof. Not with you, Fred, but I'm looking at somebody in the comment. This is further proof.
Oh, I'm not even. I'm looking at the baseball game. It's 1-1. Milwaukee's in the game. You're not watching the baseball game? Milwaukee.
No. Look, people don't know what the fuck they be talking about. They hear a statement and they run with it. A dude in the comment right now saying 78. No, man, Tank is not the media. You see? So he still thinks that he still thinks that Crawford said something in his statement about black media, and he never did. That's my point, bro. These people is actually believing that Crawford said something about black media when that was your interpretation of what he said. But these people are repeating it and running around reporting back to me, talking about Crawford said this, man. Ooh. He said shit. That's Fred interpretation, bro. That's my point. Dudes is arguing about shit that never even happened. Some shit nobody even said.
Hey, Fred, man.
Yes.
Do you think you might be wrong about this assessment?
I don't think I'm wrong. Because honestly, Terence Crawford's family, Terence Crawford friends, if you check their tweets, because people screenshot them and DM to me on a weekly basis, they respond to my videos. Like his sister said, oh, they mad at you because you won't interview. I wasn't mad at, I was disappointed. I'm disappointed in him. I'm not mad at the man. I'm disappointed that when a black man with the camera comes up to Terence Crawford and asks for an interview, respectfully, he doesn't do an interview. A black man walks up to Terence Crawford and asks for an interview, he runs from him. A white man named Dan Raphael says, come here. Dan Raphael doesn't even go to do interviews. You got to go to Dan Raphael to do an interview. He can't walk. I'm not being funny. I'm being real with you. You have to go to a table. You have to go to a room to interview with Dan Raphael. And so I'm disappointed in that. I'm not mad at the man. 1000% am I not mad? Am I mad? I'm disappointed that when a man with 10,000 views on his 10,000 subs on his channel, 50,000 subs on his channel, 100,000 subs don't get the same respect that he gives Mark Kriegel and Dan Raphael. That's the disappointment that I have in the man. So you got to take into account, I'm carrying all of this as it relates to Terence Crawford. My entire experience, my entire existence experience with Terence Crawford is that. So if Terence Crawford makes blanket statements with all that stuff resonating in me, my immediate impulse or my interpretation, it's not even an immediate impulse, because I don't act off repulse. 9 times out of 10, I don't act off of fuck that nigga. I got to go get that nigga. I don't act, not the 40-year-old Fred. Someone sent it to me 10 o'clock this morning while I was boxing. It took me 4 hours to do that video. And when I did the video, it encompassed everything that in my entire experience with Terence Crawford. And for a man to make a blanket statement, for a 31-year-old man who's a world champion, a multimillionaire, to make a blanket statement on social media, I personalized it, which I have every right to do based off of the experiences that I've had with him and the responses that I've gotten from Bomac and his family and his friends on Twitter.
All right. So my next question for you, Fred, right?
Yeah.
So, all right, y'all established he didn't do the interview for Town Biz, right?
He didn't?
So you said he didn't, right? He didn't. Y'all
he did not. No, he did not.
All right. So he did not.
Mm-hmm.
Suppose he just, at that point in time, he just didn't want to do an interview at the moment. You know, maybe he had something on the agenda. Maybe he was busy. Maybe he was annoyed that day, so he didn't feel like doing an interview. Now, every day a fighter wants to do an interview because every week I'm with Jared Hurd and Ernesto. Like, you have known my great relationship with them. Mm-hmm. Not every time they want to do an interview. You know what I'm saying?
I get all of that. I 1000% get all of that. But
so, but before you respond, so maybe that point in time, like, even say for instance, a fan wants to take a picture. This Crawford has to go somewhere. You know what I mean? Or Crawford wants to use the restroom, whatever the case might be. He didn't take the picture that day. He's sorry, but he was in the mix right now. You know, it could be that too. You know what I mean? I think you should put that out there as well. Maybe he just was in the mix and at the point of time. My next question is for you is, what if he comes out and says, you're totally wrong, it was something wholly different, and your perception of him is totally wrong?
Well, I can go on for days how many times Terence Crawford has ignored and walked away from media. I can count on 2 hands, 3 hands, 4 hands. This is a reoccurring theme. Keep in mind, I covered Top Rank 7 years before I cut on a YouTube channel. I have Bob Arum's personal phone number. That's why when I said Bob Arum, I know Bob Arum. I was covering Terence Crawford when he was 13-0. I know Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford don't know me when he was young and fighting on Manny Pacquiao undercards. I know Terence Crawford. I was in Vegas when no one would talk to the man. When he used to wear these big old sweatsuits. Terence Crawford remember these days. He would be so disrespectful. He would turn his back. And he still does it to this day. You walk up to Terence Crawford, he will turn his back on you. And I'm saying this is, and what flipped the script on me, I'm on deadline for 2 newspapers, for the Victor Postal, Terence Crawford. I'm in the MGM media room. I am on deadline. If I miss a deadline, I get fined $50, right? And that's a lot of money when you're making $200, right? That's 25% of your money. So what I'm saying is this: Terence Crawford came off the dais. Everyone is there. Every media outlet on social media, LA Times, everyone. You know what Terence Crawford did? He opened up the door and went into a full sprint. And I said, hold the fuck up. I swear to God, I took 3 or 4 sprint steps. And I says, what the fuck am I doing? Why am I chasing this man? It was after the Victor Postal press conference. And I even asked him in that press conference, I said, don't you think you need to be a little bit more open so we can like make you a superstar? Unbeknownst to him, I'm writing for 2 newspapers at the time, 2 black newspapers. So at the end of the day, this has been a reoccurring theme with Terence Crawford. I have internalized this. I have sat back for 10 years and just let it ride. Timothy Bradley did it the same thing. I pulled Timothy Bradley aside and I says, Tim, let me tell you something. Tim can attest. I said, Tim, I respect everything that you're doing, but I feel like I know you. Like, for real, I feel like I know you, Timothy Bradley. I was pushing for you to get the Manny Pacquiao fight. Remember Timothy Bradley? I was in your gym in the Inland. I was pushing for you to get the Timothy Bradley fight. I mean, the Manny Pacquiao fight. And he and I had, and I said, I'm almost offended I'm almost offended that I have to, no disrespect to your wife, and I have to go to your wife and your brother-in-law to get an interview with you. He pushed me to the side one day and said, talk to my wife and or my brother-in-law to get an interview with me. And I says, I helped you make $25 million. Did you forget, Tim Bradley? I was the one writing the articles about you when no one would. And so I take offense to that when they don't acknowledge. Oh, good, great catch. When they don't acknowledge us, you understand? When we're consistently fighting for them. I give you a great example. Terence Crawford will never ever know this. When Blood went on a campaign, to have Ndongo fight when Sergio Lipinets was the IBF mandatory, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. Okay. I personally went to Sergio Lipinets' manager in the Valley here in LA. It probably had less than 1% impact. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying this. Why don't y'all take the money, let Ndongo fight Terence Crawford, and then you fight Terence Crawford for all the belts and you get the step aside money. How about you do that? I'm not saying that had an impact on him, but I'm talking to the manager. He has a little belly. You guys know he is, a little short 5-foot guy with a belly. And I forget his name, but I'm in their gym in Northridge trying to convince him to step aside so Ndongo can fight him. Let's take it a step further. I'm sorry, I'm keeping you up, 78. I'm sorry. And his side, I'm not even gonna go there. A woman called me with evidence and says, I want to do emailed me evidence, hard evidence, Terence Crawford. I said, I'm not doing the story. I'm not doing this. This was 4 weeks ago. I'm not doing this story on Terence Crawford. She sent me hard evidence, pictures, everything. I said, I can't do this. I'm not doing this. And I let it go. So at the end of the day, I think I've gone above and beyond in terms of Terence Crawford. But I think I am well within my right to internalize my people, and I'm also got to hold him accountable for how harsh he treats media, and he needs to learn from this. And I'm not saying, and I even said in the video, I'm not perfect either. Maybe I ask the wrong questions, maybe I come from the wrong angle, maybe I start my questions off, but there is not one 10-minute interview on Terence Crawford on YouTube of him outside the studio. Not one.
Outside of where?
Outside the studio. You get what I'm saying? Like ESPN and sit down interviews, stuff like that. But like people like interviewing, let's say YouTube media. He doesn't reach out. He doesn't have no sympathy or empathy. You know how,
bro, you get this. This is my thing. Okay.
Go ahead. I know I said a lot. Go ahead.
This is why I don't, and I have a hard time sympathizing from that perspective. That's not, see, your job, like you go and you talk to the fighters, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I understand that. But me, this is how I feel. If a dude don't want to talk to me, that's my last time reaching to try to talk to him. I'm not trying to talk like these niggas.
It's my job though, 78. It's my job. Bro. I have no choice. I have to. It's my, listen, if Terence Crawford is the main event, I have to get a soundbite from him to make my article.
Do what Ellie Setback do. Ellie Setback don't be sitting there, can I get an interview with you? He walk right up to him with a camera and start talking about jibber jabber. And then he get them talking.
It's not that easy. It's not that easy. It's not that easy. It's not, for real, it's not that easy. Like I'm being real honest with you. It's not that easy. Like you have to get a quote from him. You have to. Like it makes the story go. Excuse me. It makes the story go. It does. It genuinely does. And
I don't know. I'm just me.
No, and
the dude who don't want to talk to me. Like,
and there's room for all of us.
Fuck him. Like, you know what I'm saying? I could if I'm writing a story, I could still cover the story, cover the fight, or give my thoughts on it or whatever. If the dude don't want to talk to me, he don't want to talk to me. I'm never gonna get no man that kind of power to where him talking to me makes or breaks me. If he talked to me, you know what I'm saying? That's ridiculous. Like, this dude he just a man. You know what I'm saying? He's just a man. All right. Like I don't, man, the whole conversation make me feel uncomfortable. like we need him or something. Or
No,
any.
I'm not. See. The irony is, I don't reach out for him. If he's in the vicinity, I don't carry. I mean, I carry my past relationships with him, but I don't go into him like, man, you didn't. Damn, you gonna disrespect me again? No, I just go and ask for an interview. Simple. It's nothing big. How many times has Adrian Broner disrespected me on camera? It's a show to me. I'm not offended by nothing Adrian Broner said. It's a show for me. Honestly, I swear to God, it's a show. And go ahead.
Wait, Fred. So Adrian Broner has disrespected you numerous times on film, on video. And you still want to interview him? You still want to talk to him?
Because
I know you do it for your job, right? But how much disrespect is a man gonna give you until you stop dealing with him?
In my humble opinion, you guys may disagree. That's who Adrian Broner is. Adrian Broner is the neighbor's dog. Like, he's gonna bark at you no matter what, whether you come home with your 2 kids or whether you going to work or whether you're running by him on your daily run. That's who Adrian Broner is. I don't take offense to nothing Adrian Broner does. You know, I'm the same guy that fucking pulled Adrian Broner off the red carpet on Floyd Mayweather's 40th birthday, and I said, you gonna talk to me today about some private shit, not like on some real shit. So at the end of the day, Adrian Broner knows who I am. I have Adrian Broner's personal phone number and never used it. Swear to God, never used it. But when I see him at events, he and I have personal conversations, like real conversations. And when the camera comes on, the lights, camera, action. That's why when he disrespected me, I said, Adrian Broner, go ahead and say what you got to say. My first statement in that interview when he said, fuck you, what he said, I got some people that'll do something to you. My first statement was, say what you're going to say, because I know you're going to say something sarcastic or funny. Go ahead and say it.
So if those lines don't bother you, a man sitting here joking, playing with your life, like with a kind of threat, like
because Adrian, in my humble opinion, and this is me, I've had over 100 interactions with Adrian Broner.
Fred, this is what it sounds like, bro. And this is why I have a problem with, because I'm gonna lie to you. I wasn't offended by none of this shit Crawford did. I was offended by that shit Broner did to you. That shit made me mad. How he was talking to you, and how, because I know how niggas like that think. Broner don't respect you, bro. You think he do, but he don't respect you.
I don't care, but you know, I don't care if he doesn't.
Let me get this off real quick, bro.
Go ahead.
Broner don't respect you as a man because he talked to you like that and he tried to chump you off. And it really pissed me off when you were trying to give him some game about real estate and investing, and then Ellie sat back whispering in Broner's ear how you feel about boxing media members giving you financial advice. So these niggas, Ellie don't even fucking respect what you were saying. So that pissed me off. So I'm like, Fred, why are you going in on Crawford and making all these assumptions about Crawford when the niggas who are talking to you is shitting on you? At least Crawford got enough decency not to even talk to you. These dudes is talking to you and shitting on you, bro. Fuck them niggas, man. Them dudes ain't nothing to be like, oh, all right, even if it's a job, fuck that, dude. You got own property and shit. Fuck these people. You got to
take it a step further. I've gone in on Adrian Broner. What? Every video. I've gone in on Adrian Broner. Hundreds of videos. I mean, it's but I don't, honestly, like, I don't take, listen, I am firm in who I am. So honestly, remember, I'm the guy. If a man, listen, and I think I said this in the Terence Crawford video, if there is an option, if a man punches me in the face and there's an option for me to make it home versus fighting this dude, I'm going home. I don't take offense to none of that. And I'm a man that can really fight. Like, for real. There's no bullshit, no side. I can really throw my things. Now, so at the end of the day, but my pride isn't that big. I'd rather go home with a swollen cheekbone and see my kids than get into a fight. Maybe he's unconscious. Maybe he beats me up. The police come. I go to jail. I got to go see the judge. I'm not dealing with that shit for pride and ego. No one saw us fight. That's just me as a human being.
Bro, I understand what you look, Fred. You look, that's your job, that's what you do. But that's why I ain't got no job to this day. You know what I'm saying? Because of that kind of shit. I had to be my own boss and move how I want to move, because I can't take nobody thinking, just even the thought that somebody thinking they chumping me off irritate me. You know what I'm saying? Like I told this story on my Patreon. The other day, one of my neighbors came over here and asked me, he said,
"Oh,
hey,
I saw that. I watched. I subscribed."
The dude asked me, he told me that somebody down the street need a mattress, some mattresses moved out of their house, and they on disability, so they can't move nothing. And they thought of me. They're gonna pay me $200 to move. I'm like, the fuck? Why would you think of me? I got more money than all you motherfuckers. Why do I need to come move some mattress? I'm not your nigga buck. I'm not finna move shit. I don't give a fuck if it was $5,000. I'm not moving shit for you. Call your son, your nephew. Call a crackhead. I'm not moving shit for you motherfuckers. Why y'all didn't get together and move it? You gonna call me for some $200? If it's so easy, you go do it for $200. I'm not doing that shit. But that's just me, and that's why I can't work no fucking job. Other people can. They can get up every morning and go work for somebody else and be mad and be angry and all that kind of shit. I had to get up out of that. I had to say, fuck that. I'm not doing it. And that's why I don't go to these fights up in these motherfuckers' faces, because I know I've been in that position before. Not on their level, because they got millions, but on a lesser level, I've been in a situation where I'm in a bar, in a club, and dudes wondering who I am. They want to stand next to me at the bar, act like they're part of my crew, spark up fake conversations to act like they with me so they can get some trickle down pussy. And I know how I was thinking of them dudes. I was like, look at this mark ass dude trying to be next to me and shit. You know what I'm saying? Look, hey man, whatever it is that you do, dog, I'm trying to get down with you, dog. I gotta get this money. I don't know what you do, but I'm trying to get down with you, homie. I don't like that shit type of shit. So I know I can look at a dude and know that that's how he look at the boxing media. These fighters look at the media the same way. They think that, all right, these niggas coming up to me, sweating me, they around me with the cameras. Yo, they think this and this and that. Fuck that. That's why I'm very strategic and clever in the way I do my interviews. I talk to people. If a nigga ain't cool enough for me to get their personal number and chop it up with them, then I don't even waste my time. I don't even waste my time, because running up to these dudes in their faces, they look down on you, bro. I know this. I had private conversations with these dudes, and they talk real disrespectful about the boxing media. And I ain't talking about Bud Crawford. A lot of these other niggas on the PBC side do that shit. They don't respect the boxing media because they think niggas is on their nuts and shit. So that's why I'm like, man, fuck them. That's why it be pissing me off when I see you when you was out there and Broner was talking that bullshit, bro. I wanted to hurt the nigga. I was like, man, no, fuck that. Just like I was pissed off when De La Hoya and them put you out of that situation, right? Put you out the press conference and stuff. So I don't, Fred, you a good dude, you successful dude. You gotta boss up on them dudes and let them know who you are. You don't be, man, fuck them niggas. You ain't got to be, oh, Crawford won't give me no interview. Fuck him then.
It's not from, I'm not coming from that. Listen, man, I'm as clear as clear. I'm not, my feelings aren't hurt. Listen, I swear to you, I don't go around and be like, man, he didn't give me an interview, man. What the hell I'm gonna do? No, it's a level of disappointment when he uses the term "my people," and obviously, I carry disappointment when you come from a position of help. And in my humble opinion, I could be wrong. You guys have a right to interpret the way you want to interpret it. But when I come from a position of help, and you get shot down, I carry that into every interaction with him forever. And that's just it. So when he used the term "my people," I internalized it as, me. So at the end of the day, that it is. But I completely understand how it's how black media is a blanket statement. I own that. I agree with you how black media is a blanket statement, and I do believe black media fits under "my people." But I'm gonna recant that. I'm gonna take that out. But I'm not changing how I feel or my interpretation of when he said "my people." But right. I understand.
You got it right. That's your opinion. You got a right to your opinion. But the thing is, people are not watching your video.
I got you.
The title, and they're going back creating controversy that's not there. That's what they're doing. They're like, oh, Crawford said this and this and that. This is what they're saying. They're saying Crawford said, and they're quoting your title rather than quoting exactly what Crawford said.
I got you. Yeah, I get that. I 1000% get that for sure.
Hey, 78, I want to ask you a couple questions, man. What was the last fight you ever went
to? Say again, bro.
The last fight you ever went to.
It was I believe Tyson versus Mike Tyson versus Riddick, Razor Ruddock, one with my father. I ain't been to a fight since then, bro. Not a
for you.
I've been to local fights like Luis Cuba areas and shit like that. But you talking about major fights, it was Tyson versus Ruddock back in the 90s.
Okay. So my next question is, would you ever go back to go see a fight? And what fight would make you decide to ever buy the tickets to go watch a live?
Joshua versus Wilder, Spence versus Crawford, Thurman versus Spence, Thurman versus Crawford, anything like that, I go to for sure.
Oh, okay. And you said an interesting thing, man. Since you said all these fighters look down upon guys who want to interview them and all this and don't want to support the media, do you feel funny talking about fighters that knowing that they don't respect the media and people who is supporting them and talking about them to make them relevant to today in this boxing era?
No, to a degree I do, because whenever I talk to a fighter, I try to establish a personal relationship with him. And I talk to him like every fighter I talk to, we talk outside of boxing. Like it's a lot of people I talk to in boxing that we don't even talk about boxing like an interview. It don't even be an interview. Like it might start off like I'm going to interview this person, but then we'd be talking and we'll talk for 20, 30 minutes about life or women or some other shit, whatever. And I always express to them that I'm not media. I tell them I represent the boxing fans, right? And people, they respect that, okay? And they treat me like that. Okay, well. So you got the plug to the boxing fans, and they treat me like that. And I always establish that. I don't want them thinking I'm the media, because when they start thinking that, they start playing games with you and, trying to give you false information to leak out, fibs and lies. And they want you to report that shit, and the shit don't really be true. Oh, come here, I've been through so much of that bullshit, man. It's garbage.
Wow. It makes me think about a lot of things, man. Like what you saying to me, and I like when I listen to your videos and when I talk to you, man, you make me open my eyes a little bit more about this thing. And I'm like, man, I'm not gonna give these niggas props if they just gonna look down upon certain things. Like, nah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you gotta just establish your relationships. Like, I see you got a relationship with Jared Hurd, okay? That seemed like a good, genuine relationship, somebody you could build with, okay? But it's the problem is when these guys, all right, it's just like a female. If a female is standing at a bar, and just imagine how this woman feel when 7, 8 dudes surround her and they all trying to talk to her. She gonna think she the absolute shit. She gonna be like, yeah, okay, guys, okay, just calm down. And the dudes act the same way, the fighters. When you got that, if you get a one-on-one, you good. But when you got these 12 people around one dude, the dude feel like he the shit. He start looking down on people. He start disrespecting people because he see you as a groupie. That's what they see you as, a groupie. I've been told this. Dudes is like, man, I heard the dudes talk about, because they don't see me as media, so they feel like they feel comfortable talking about certain shit. And they be like, yeah, man, these dudes, man, some of these dudes are cool, man, but a lot of them, man, they be just saying stupid shit, man, be trying to kiss my ass and shit. And I don't trust none of these niggas, man. These niggas be all on my dick. That's how they talk.
That's crazy. Like, some people just want to do an interview, and how is that person on your dick? You just want to get an interview so he can build a following and share it with his fan base. But that's I know I hear the other side, like, other people might be like giving you props, saying this, want to be your friend and all that. But some other people just want to do a job, interview, and get out by their day. You know what I'm saying? But damn, that's crazy though.
That's what they do, man. That's what they do, bro. I mean, it's what it is. I mean, some people get it, some people ain't gonna get it. You know what I mean? Some people that's just how they came up, and they just if you ain't never done certain shit, you just ain't gonna get it. It's a waste of time for me trying to explain it to people, like the little dumbass dude who's still in the comment section, who probably a undercover white supremacist playing games, trying to put me and Fred against each other and shit because we got a disagreement. But I ain't never seen this dude before today, ever in my life. But he in the comment section talking all greasy and shit. It's a couple of them, they little ghost accounts. But at the end of
really? I can't. I'm sitting, my eyes are up watching this 1-1 game at the Dodgers and the Brewers. I'm listening to y'all watching this baseball game.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, it's just a life experience thing, man. Some dudes, ain't never been through shit. They can't relate to what I'm talking about. They sheep, type of motherfucker get up every morning, complain about how much they hate their job. They want to make more money, but they ain't got enough balls to plot, plan, strategize to get out of that situation. They'll just be complainers and workers for the rest of their fucking life. You know what I'm saying? Hating on another nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're gonna do for the rest of their fucking life.
Mm-hmm. Got it. I agree with you though. Yeah, I'm gonna have someone with a wrench in there. I gotta figure out how to do that shit too. So, yeah, I'll have someone with a wrench in there. But yeah, I totally understand where you're coming from, 78, about my blanket statement. I 1000% get that. I agree with you 1000%.
Right, and you see, that's what happened. Remember, Fred? That's what happened before when me and you had that debate about the Floyd. When you said the stuff about Floyd, you said everybody's girl wants Floyd Mayweather. Remember that? All right, so that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that was a miss. I put my words together too fast on that video. That was a mistake. That shit. That was a mistake. I didn't mean to say that.
Right, but that's why I was like, what the hell, Fred talking about?
I didn't mean to say that. It came out wrong. I meant to say with power, like women are attracted to men with power. I said Floyd Mayweather. Yeah, but I get it, man. I'm gonna change those titles because it makes sense. Because I don't even want to deal with that, especially when I said it. Like, you and I can talk off air. Go to bed, man. Milwaukee Brewers up. It's 1-1 in the 10th inning, man. I'm going to the game. I'm taking my son to the game tomorrow. So that's why I'm so interested in this game right now. You not a Brewers fan?
No, I just pretend like I'm a Brewers fan because I'm from the city.
Oh.
I don't fuck with baseball. Baseball boring as a motherfucker.
You don't, man? Oh, man.
I tried to give me some tickets, 2 tickets. And I was like, man, I ain't going to that shit. Sitting up there, 9 innings of boring ass shit, man, and just listening to these drunk ass people and shit, spilling beer and overpriced hot dogs and sandwiches. Fuck that.
They're very overpriced. You're right. Because every time we go, it's like $100. Between like the sodas, Lincoln always wants cotton candy and all that. You know what I mean? And yeah, so it's definitely expensive. Whereas if we go to the liquor store, it's $25. You know what I mean? So
right.
So, but yeah, man. But I appreciate you coming on, man. I'll be listening to you in the morning.
All right, now I'll holler at y'all.
I appreciate you, King. Thank you, man.
All right, peace, y'all.
All right, yeah. Okay, I appreciate you guys tuning in. I'm going to bed. I gotta get up 4 o'clock in the morning and work out. Well, I'm gonna go in my bed and watch this baseball game. Keep it real with you. And so it's an 11th inning. I'm not sure if you guys are in the baseball, but it's 1-1. Milwaukee and the Dodgers in the 11th inning. So if you guys are watching the game, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for tuning in. And I'll see you guys Thursday. Tomorrow night I'm going to the Drake concert, so it won't be any what's it called? Last Round. It's called Last Round. So the title is gonna be called Last Round. So I appreciate y'all. And I'll see you guys Thursday night. All right, I'll holler. Peace. Hold on 1 second. Let me hang this shit up. 1 sec.